looking for any early check-ins into the DrakeNet. DrakeNet is being administered currently by KW6G Charles up in Northern California near the Bay Area. However, band is slowly lengthening out. So anybody for the DrakeNet early, K6LGL.
NY6L with a gravelly voice. Hello, Skip.
Well, hello there, Jay. Yeah, well, you're sounding like you're getting better. Welcome aboard, NY6L. Yeah. How are you doing? And when is your daughter and son-in-law scheduled to depart, or have they departed already? Over.
Well, Skip, they're going to depart, believe it or not, Sunday the 31st in the afternoon, so I got to drive everybody to LAX from up in the high desert. I'm not looking forward to going through all that craziness, but that's the way it is. Have to sacrifice. Skip, over.
Well, there's another way you could have considered maybe leaving out of Ontario Airport, but if you're flying, to certain parts of the world, I guess you have to go to the big one. Well, okay, so I guess you'll be sort of celebrating New Year's all by yourself, I suspect, over.
Jack King to 9, good evening.
Okay, there's Kevin, W6JK1. Welcome, Kevin. K6 little green light. Okay. Well, we'll reminisce about that. We'll keep you company, Jay. You won't be alone. At least you'll have some friends on the air. Over to you there, Kevin, W6JKN. How are we copying? K6 little green light, Santa Monica.
Yeah, okay, Skip. Yeah, let Jay answer the questions that you had, so he doesn't have to write them down and maybe prevent him from forgetting the questions, because I didn't write them down either. Go ahead, Jay.
Okay, hello there, Kevin. Anyways, my apologies for a rough and gravelly voice, but we're on the mend here. They're getting a direct flight out of LAX to over to Texas there, Skip. So over there to they're flying into Austin and then drive 60 miles southeast of there to Fort Hood, and my wife is going there too, so we help with the grandbaby, and it's just going to be myself and the two doggies, so so there you go. And back to their Skip. By the way, I'm on the Alda 103 barefoot tonight. K6LGL, NY6L, and hello, Kevin.
KF6SYD.
WJ6W.
Good evening to you, Steve. Welcome aboard. Okay, very good. Well, as I say, we're not planning, so chances are we'll get a chance to wish you a Happy New Year on the air or pretty close to it. Okay, Kevin, let's pick up Steve, and then Steve, you pass it back to Kevin there. I want to hear how the signals are doing. KF6SYD, good evening, K6LGL.
And 6W8K.
And we got you, Phil.
Yeah, there is WJ6W Dave. Hi, Dave. He's out there, and I'll just give it back to you, Skip.
Okay. After WHK, there's WJ6W. Okay. So, let's check in those, and then we'll go back to Kevin there. So, over to you there, Phil, and 6WHK. Welcome aboard to the DrakeNet. I haven't heard Charles yet. And then would you pass it to Dave, WJ6W, and then we'll get back and see if Charles is there. K6LGL.
K6LGL and 6WHK. WJ6W actually checked in before me, but I will do as you wish. Well, I'm sitting here, been waiting for about 10 minutes for you to come on so we can start the net. YEC could be here in a little bit. He told me earlier he was going to be here. And, he passed his, well, I'm going to let him tell you. And anyway, everything going pretty good here. WJ6W, M6WHK.
N6WHK, WJ6W. Okay, great, Phil. Good to hear you, and I'm glad to hold my place after your transmission, so no problem there. And good to copy everybody. Hi, Steve. And let's see, Skip and Kevin, and I'm missing somebody. MJ, NY6L. So, haven't been on the DrakeNet for a while, so I thought I'd give it a try here tonight. Back to you, Skip. K6LGL, WJ6W.
Okay, Dave, welcome aboard also there. We'll put you ahead of Phil there. So on the list I have, beside myself, NY6L, W6JKN, KF6SYD, WJ6W, and N6WHK. Let's see if Charles and anybody else is up there. Charles, are you around? And if not, anybody else for the DrakeNet, K6LGL. I'm not hearing you. Anybody hearing Charles?
Let me give him a call, Skip. Charles, are you around tonight? WA6JKN. Something's trying to break through. Is that you, Charles? Yeah, someone's got a bad microphone connection there. So, I don't know who that is. That might be K2LMQ. Because it was a big crash on the spectrum scope here. So, anyway, Skip, back to you.
Okay, very good, Kevin. Thank you. I did not hear Paul in there, K2LMQ, but if you're in there, Paul, give us a call, please. K6LGL.
Yeah, Paul, I hear you in there, but you got something going on with your microphone. Yeah, you're real weak. But it sounds like you got a lot of power behind it based on the scratchy noises of the microphone. But when I listen to your audio, it's like way, way down in the mud. So I'll turn it back over to Skip, see what he wants to do. Give you some time to resolve your problem there. So take it away, Skip.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. K2LMQ. Paul, do a little troubleshooting there, and then we'll come back to you. You'll be right after N6WHK. Let's go to the top of the list there and sort of see how we're finishing the year and so on. And then by the time we get to you, maybe you have a chance to do a little troubleshooting there. So, over to you there, Jay. Pass it over to Kevin. Kevin to Steve. Steve over to Dave, and Dave over to Paul, or Phil, WHK, and then Phil over to K2LMQ. So, and in the meantime, let's take a standby and see if anybody else cares to join us, including we're looking phone and net control there, KW6G, or anyone else. K6, little green light in Santa Monica.
WA6JUS.
Okay, John, WA6JUS. Go ahead, take a a very quick one, because let me know how well you're copying us, and then I'll turn it over to NY6L, please.
Real good, Skip. Well, you sound fine. Not loud, but fine. And I have to make a phone call myself, so everything seems normal and good. So NY6L taking this for WA6JUA.
All right, John, very good. NY6LJ here in Hesperia. All right, with the gravelly voice here. All right, well, just trying to get better here and finishing up some 9 to 1, 1.5 kW noise here. Actually, I done for Bob. 20 of it here. So, on the last few of them didn't get finished. And for New Year's, we're just going to stay home with the doggies and stay warm and cozy here with the furry babies at home. So anyway, so over to you there, Kevin, and I'd like to get a signal and audio report, see how this Alder 103 is doing from up in the high desert here. I'm running about, I think about 73 watts. Kevin, go ahead and pick it up. NY6L Hesperia.
Well, your audio sounds great, and your signal strength is about 15 to 20 over S9, believe it or not. Of course, they do have the high noise level from a lot of the solar regulators or whatever they're called, the conversion power or whatever. And yeah, that's a pretty high. There's about what is they installed? What was it? Something like 400 panels just right across the field from me, I should say. There's an elementary school, and they came out and just covered the entire property on the roof of all the classrooms with solar panels. And ever since they did that, I have something like a 15 over S9 on 40, and about a 25 over S9 noise level on this band. And 150 meters is completely out of the picture now. It's completely dead with noise. It's about 30, 35 over S9. However, the other bands don't seem to be affected too much. I do have extra capabilities here, sophisticated noise blanker that really, really helps. Like on this band here, I can pretty much use the noise filter to get rid of the noise, but it doesn't get rid of all of it. It brings it down to about an S7 to an S8. And that way I can hear you guys. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hear you. Unless you were running 30, 40 over S9. But, so anyway, that's the story there. I'm just glad that technology is allowing the ability to knock some of this stuff out or kill it or whatever. Because we're in a high-tech, noisy environment anymore. Shoot, I remember years ago, this was a quiet place for ham radio. I had like an S2 noise level was the greatest I've ever seen, and at least I was able to have that for many, many years. Okay, let's see. This is Kevin Gilroy. Well, it's stopped raining long enough to do some planning, so I just got done staging everything, helping Diane to go out and plant some beautiful flowers. We're hosting another big party here again. It's coming up the first week of January, so we got to get all the decorations from the last party removed and put in the new decorations. This is a slightly different party that's coming up. It's called the bridal shower for one of my granddaughters. And so she's getting married, and so all the ladies are coming together, the moms, the mother-in-laws, and the girlfriends, and the bridesmaids, and all that stuff. They're coming over to have this party for the bride. So that means if I operate any ham radio during that party, it's going to be done remotely. I just hope as I rotate my antenna remotely, it doesn't startle the ladies seeing this big head beam rotates, you know, and makes the noise that it does when it rotates from the tail to it. All right, let's see, next on the list. Who's the next on the list? Oh, here we go. Steve, KF6SYD. Good signal tonight, Steve. Your audio sounds also very, very good. Matter of fact, everybody I've heard, Dave, you have a weak signal. Skip, you have a weak signal. You guys are about the same. Phil, your signal's way up there. John, you're in between weak and strong. And Paul, you picked whatever you did, you're super strong, as always. Well, I'd love to have your CCH location. I've been there, and you got a beautiful noise over there. So, Steve, take it away. KF6SYD and the group. WA6KKN.
Yeah, just...
WL.
Well, now I stepped on somebody. So whoever transmitted, try it again. I stepped on you.
Yeah, it's Jay, WB6MWL, checking in.
Okay, Jay. We'll put you on the list after John.
I'm going through, guys.
WA6JUS, you'll give it to Jay.
For a while.
WL. And I will write that down. That's why I buzzed, so that someone can get an opportunity. And let's see. It got handed, Skippy handed it to me, and I handed it back to you. I should have given it to Kevin. My apologies, Kevin. After I did it, I'm like, that wasn't right. It was too late to recover from the mistake. And the signals are good tonight. Oh, I think the band is quite good. Well, anyway, it's really, really nice. I can sit back here and listen to everyone. And it wasn't that way last night on AM at all. And Kevin, sorry about the noise level. Boy, they really wiped you out with the solar panels. And the future's here. It keeps coming at us with all the things that are different about it than the past. But that's interesting that after 40, it really doesn't blank you out. I always wanted to put solar panels here, but I'd put it through a one charge controller in a shed out in the back, and hopefully, well, it wouldn't make, well, I guess I could get it, return it if it made noise, and keep trying until I got one that was quiet. Learning that from Valerie's boyfriend. Boy, anything he buys, he says, like, he just returns it. Well, how do you do that? Well, you just return it. Tell him you don't like it. Okay. Tough to. Anyhow, hopefully I'll get to try that someday in the future. And Jay, I want to know if you're going to TRW, but I'm guessing that you're not, because maybe you're not feeling well. Maybe you've got to come here the next day, drive all the way to LAX. Maybe it's because it's supposed to rain all morning on Saturday. I'm guessing you're not coming, so please let me know. And I would maybe go out there if you were going to be there. And also I want to pick up some more of those cheap cameras, Wi-Fi cameras. I got a couple up in Mesa Grande, and I want to get a few more before the guy runs out of them. There's some off-brand no one's ever heard of. Cheap, and they work real good. You can tilt and pan around, and night vision, like $15 each. I get some more of those if I go out there. But I suppose I probably won't go to TRW if it's raining, especially if you're not coming, Jay. Good to hear you, Phil. I can almost guess what you almost said about George that you ended up not saying. And I kind of know what that would be. And we'll see if George shows up. Phil, but that's cool. I think I know what that is. Very cool. Hello, Dave. Sounding good tonight. And John, JUS, Jay, MWL. I forgot there are 2 J's, and all my things that I was saying to Jay, that's for NY SmartSDR. I should have made that clear when I was talking to Jay. Well, that's enough babbling, isn't it? I better turn it over to somebody else. WJ6W, over to you, KF6SYD.
KF6SYD, WJ6W. Yeah, okay, Steve. Well, good to hear you tonight. And, regarding TRW, I did mention that I'm not going to go for all the various reasons you're talking about. Rain. At the end of the month, I have something I really need to do besides going to TRW on Saturday. I kind of forgot it was TRW time, but obviously it is. Anyway, I'm not going to go. Maybe next month. And I hope if you do go, I hope you find more of those cheap cameras. You showed me a picture that they produce, and it's darn good for just a few bucks. Wow, what a deal that is. So, very good. And let's see, we're running T4XC and R4C pair tonight into a 30L1. So we're peaking on peaks up around 500, averaging probably around 300-400 watts here. So, Kevin, I guess it's just propagation. I noticed, Steve, you were dropping down a little bit during your transmission there. But anyway, sorry to hear about the solar panel interference from the school. I know there's a school a few miles from us here that has the entire parking lot covered with those solar panels. And I've wondered how noisy that might be. And you just, it doesn't affect me here. It's further away, but I might take a portable radio down there and just see what effect they have. I do notice around here sometimes on 80 meters, maybe 40, something towards the end of the day that's very electrically oriented, some kind of interference pattern. It's there for a while, then it goes away. I really don't know what that would be. I've thought of solar panels, but you'd think it would be during the day as well. So, I don't know. There's a lot of solar panels around here, but they haven't caused continuous problems during the day anyway. And of course, they wouldn't at night. Okay, let's see. I guess I'll turn it, I'm not sure. I guess I'm going to turn it back to you, Skip. No, I turn it to Phil. N6WHK, WJ6W.
WJ6W, November 6th, Whiskey Hotel Kilo. Well, I had a little problem with solar panels here on my QTH. On 75, I couldn't get on with the group here. And so I put up a different antenna. And I complained to the people that put the solar panels up. And they finally changed one of the inverters. I think that's the right word. And I haven't had any noise since. It's pretty quiet. I don't hear anything on any band I get on now. But for a while there, I couldn't even get on 75. It was really bad. But they corrected it. I had to threaten them. I kind of told them, I said, I'm a ham radio operator, and I sure have a lot of friends out there on the wide world who are talking about solar panels. And next thing I know, they came and changed the inverter. I wondered why. They couldn't figure that one out. Anyway, I'm hoping it doesn't rain this weekend, but they're talking about it. I've got a couple of things I need to do, but I guess Saturday is supposed to start here and rain up until late Saturday night into Sunday, so I guess we're all going to get a little bit of rain. But with that, let's turn it over to Paul, K2LMQ. You got that thing straightened away, I hope, N6WHK.
Thank you, Phil.
WHK and the gang, K2LMQ. Okay, fine, beautiful copy all the way around tonight, and good to hear all you guys. That was a strange problem I had, because I've been jiggling the cable, and I got it all. It's all squared away now.
That all must have come loose or what have you. Anyway, that's the story here. I'm on the TR7 and the SP220, about 500 watts peak. The weather's been beautiful, but we're supposed to get in the storms that you guys are having over there. And so I may not be on here Saturday night. We'll see what's going to be with that. But it looks like we'll finally get some precipitation here. The last blast that came to California ended up coming over here, but it missed us. We got a teeny bit of drizzle, and that was it. So we haven't had any real rain in about 3 months. Let's see. What else here? Not too much else. All is well. Signals are good. And oh yeah. You know the hidden expenses that come up, especially when you're when you're retired and on Social Security. I got one today. They were out here to fix my my heating system, which had is just not working up to snuff, and so it turns out that after they did a bunch of minor repairs, the problem is the big compressor, and I trust these people, and so I said, well, how much is that going to be? Figuring, maybe $1,000 or $2,000 or something. Well, it'll be $10,000 and change. I said, oh my God, that's a third of my Social Security. But anyway, what you got to do, you got to do. So you do it, and that's it. So I'm not sure who gets it after me. So I'll note it down this time. I'll turn it over to Skip, and maybe you can fill me in. And everybody's sounding great tonight. K6LGL, K2LMQ. And the Drake Nest, K6LGL. All right. I'm glad you got it together. Well, you know how it is. Old microphones and all the sort of stuff. I'm still fighting my Globe Kings, trying to get one of the Globe Kings on the air, either the 400 or the 500. Probably the 400 might be easier because the bits in the cabinet, get it together. The other one is a little different. But I'd like to have the 500 excited style band, including 160 meters. All righty. Next it goes to John, WS6WF, and John, when you please send it over to Jay, WB6NWL, and before the shifting, going wrong, so it's going to be harder to copy the locals. So that's what happened. And welcome aboard, Jay. So, how much are you doing, John? Hopefully you're hearing us. WA6JUS and to NWL next. J6 Little Green Light for the Drake Nest, and let's take a pause in case maybe Charles will show up. I don't hear Charles.
Talking about John? You want John? It's JUS is John, not Charles.
Thank you. Make sure I have it. Okay, the previous person I simply could not hear. But I'm glad you picked it up and kept going. I feel good about the things resolving. Out in Alpine, troubled place, that Legion. But the person they had in charge of running town, he was young and he allowed that habit to ability to do things, and he took himself out of the loop, and everybody else who are in authority, they were happy to simply turn it over to me, and that means I have everything I need to fill in the gap so that place can relax down to a good thing that it deserves to be. If there's any hams in the Alpine area or East County or Granite to the American Legion out there on Alpine Road, about 3/4 of a mile shy of where it crosses the freeway and turns into really good to see it. It's okay now. And also Windy Surf Club is having an event last day of the year, and huge surf now. Oh boy. So I get down there real early when it starts Sunday morning. This is the Galaxy 300. Pedaling as fast as I can. And you're going to have to help me with the next call. I heard, I think it's J is the name and L-Y or something, but I didn't catch the whole call. So this is WA6JUS.
Okay, Jay, John turned it over to you. WB6MWL, your turn to burn.
Yeah, Kevin, WA6JK and WB6MWL. I'm losing everybody close. I couldn't hear John at all. I can't hear Skip. You're the only one I'm hearing. So I think the band is changing here. So I'm going to bow out, Kevin, and maybe we'll hear some people Saturday night here on the farm group. Back to you, Kevin. WB6MWL.
Okay, Jay is said he's signing out. He doesn't hear anybody. The band's gone long. So Skip, it goes back to you, and you're weak, but I can still pull you out. So K6LGL, WA6JKN. Go ahead, Skip.
Yeah, I lost John. I lost him. He faded out as the band switches. Well, the band is stretching out long, so tell you what, rather than belabor that, I'll say 73. I'll try to convene the swan match, and we'll then get started before 7:30, maybe about 7:15 or so. And I think trouble I'll have to do with Striker and Jay going up in the high desert. Good luck. Good luck with all that trip to LAX. I think you could probably everybody, and thank you for supporting the Weather Vision Call. Maybe we couldn't make it he's okay. And Dave, stay and get over your cold, and sunlight everybody, stay healthy, and perhaps we'll a little bit briefly on the swan neck and the last neck of the year.
It goes over to you, Jay, if you're still there.
Are you there? Do you copy me?
Which Jay? NY6L?
Yeah, NY6L. It's your turn to burn.
Hey, Kevin, I don't hear anybody except you. So I'm going to bow out. If you could tell Steve, KF6SYD, if you still copy him, I will be at TRW, rain or shine,
and I am feeling better. Over.
Okay, will do, Jay. And Skip signed out for those that want to know. LGL signed out, and MWL signed out. And let's see, a relay for Steve, to Steve from Jay. He said he will be at TRW, rain or shine. So yes, he will be there. And so that's, and let's see, yeah, it's interesting. It has gone along, and I'm hearing everybody, no problem. So I'm going to say 73 as well, but I'll act as a relay if necessary. So I'll hang in here as long as that will help facilitate